Hello everyone. So as you all know, Christmas is coming. It's just here, okay, almost here. And in a Ghanaian home, Christmas is not complete without chicken soup. So today we are making chicken soup, right? And we are going to have it with some delicious fufu, right? So before we get into the video, I hope you are all doing well by God's grace. And I am grateful to you all for always stopping by and watching my videos. So let's get right into making our chicken soup. So first of all, we shall do with our vegetables. Okay, so when I'm making soup, I use onions and garden eggs and tomato, so and chilies, right? So I use garden eggs for almost all my light soup and my peanut soup. Okay, and yeah, that is how my mom cooked, so I just learned that from her. So we're going to cook that until it softens, and whilst that is cooking, we're going to deal with our chicken. So we have 3 whole chicken here, and I'm going to go through how I cut them. Okay, so yes, this how I prepare them basically. So here I'm cutting off the head and well going right into the neck, and I like the neck, but sometimes eating it is a pain, so I didn't want to bother. And I bought this chicken with the feathers taken off. Okay, in Ghana you slaughter it yourself and you take off the feathers yourself, but here, so there are pieces of feathers left, and I'm trying to take them off with these tweezers. Okay, so I'll just pull them off as much as I can. I also have a blowtorch, and I'll use the blowtorch to burn all the, little feathers. We have a myth in Ghana that when you are taking off the feathers of a chicken and you speak, it goes back. So whilst I was doing this, I was speaking this, so I think it grew back, so I needed to burn it off. Okay, so I cut off the legs, and yeah, it just left with the drumsticks. Okay, so before that, as I told you, I have the blow torch to burn off. You can literally actually see some of the fine hair, because there's this, they have fine hair that very fine, you can't even pick them. Okay, so normally we'll put this on like the coal pot or the fire to burn it off, but I don't have that luxury here, and I can't do it on my stove. So I can do it on my stove, but this is much more convenient, it's much more easier. Okay, so take it off, and I cut that bit of the wings off. Why my mom used to cut it, I don't know, because my mom taught me how to do this. I don't know why she cut it off, so I also cut it off. Okay, so in Ghana you have all the intestines and everything in, and it makes it more interesting when you're trying to cut chicken, but here they've taken it all out, so it's easier. But then I don't get to show you how to take out especially the bile, maybe when I get to Ghana one day. So yeah, you cut, to get the legs off, you cut through, the side of the thigh, and you break off at the joint. Okay, and there's a joint bone, you cut it off. Why my mom cut it off, I never know. I can never know. So you cut through there as again, and through just round the joint, and you cut. It's very easy to cut, right? Okay, so the same applies to the wing. You cut through the side, the shoulder, and then you snap it. Once you snap it, you get a joint, and you cut it off. Okay, cut it off like that, and you have the wings. Okay, so 2 wings, 2 legs, and the legs you can cut it further. Okay, so you snap it like that, and you get a joint, and you cut it off much easier. You see? So yeah, okay, so now I have the carcass and the breast, right? So to get I'm taking some of the skin off. It was just coming off anyway. So I'm going to cut it like the way you see me, through to get the carcass on the right and the breast on the left. Okay, so the carcass will be on the right once I cut it, as you see. Okay, so I'll cut the carcass into like 3 portions, and then usually in Ghana, because it has everything, sometimes you have eggs in the carcass. So my mom will leave the eggs in the like the yolks in the carcass, and then you cook it. It's so nice. I love that. Okay, so yes, we have the breast, and you cut through the wishbone of the chicken breast. Okay, cut through the wishbone. That's how my mom used to cut it, but here I was having difficulty, so I just cut it like, on the, you have to be really careful because the wishbone cannot stand on the back. So yeah, so just cut through there like that, and you have it. So you can cut this one into two if you wish, or you can leave it as it is. Okay, so and you cook it. So there you go, there you have it, your one chicken, or your chicken cut into pieces for you to cook. Right, perfect. Okay, so now we'll move on. So this is all we have, everything here. So I've cut all the three chickens, and it's ready to be washed. So I wash it before I wash it, our you have to check on your, so when you're multitasking, you have to keep checking on other things, otherwise you may burn stuff. So just went on to see that. Okay, so here I'm just washing my chicken. Okay, so I wash it several times, and once I'm happy that it's clean, I just add some lemon juice into my water, I mean, like, around my chicken. So I rinse it over and over again. How many times I can't even remember. But chicken is very tricky to deal with. So here I'm adding my lemon juice to my chicken. I let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes, not too long. And then I wash it again. Then at this stage, I know that, yeah, it's okay. I'm not bothered anyway because I'm going to cook the hell out of this chicken. African cooking would cook a chicken. Yeah, so you raise it so that you don't have like that lemony taste on your chicken, and then we move on to um make our soup. Our chicken is ready to. So when you're giving a full chicken, don't despair. It's very easy to carve it or to cut it, right? So my chicken goes into my saucepan. We have all of it, and well, raise your saucepan a bit. Hey. And then all the chicken goes in. Then we are ready to make our soup. Delicious soup. Okay, so our vegetables have cooked nicely, and yeah, we're going to be blending it. But before we blend it, let's start with our chicken. Okay, because it just can be cooking as we blend it. I told you multitasking is very, very important. So here are my spice cubes. So I have my normal 5 musketeers, and I have some scotch bonnet, green scotch bonnet, that I've cut into pieces. And with chicken soup, you have to taste the chili, the heat, the pepper. Okay, so it's going to be very, very delicious. And I add pepper, sorry, I add salt, and then water to steam it. So as that is steaming, we will blend our vegetables. So our vegetables are tomatoes, our onions, our garlic, and our, did I say garlic? I'm not paying attention. Seriously. Garden eggs. Garlic. Okay, garden eggs. Okay, then I add some basil, akokomesa, to my mom. We added it all the time, especially my great grandmother. Oh, so you add some to it, and I'm adding some cardamom. Okay, so cardamom, it takes the flavor of your chicken soup to a whole new level. It's like you taste the soup, you don't believe that you cooked that soup, because it's like cardamom. It's just an amazing spice. If you don't have it, look for it. So my water, the water I used to cook the vegetables, I just drained it and strained it, and now it's nice and clean. I'm going to add my tomato puree in it and mix it so that when I add it to my soup, it's not chunky and it's not missing. You know, just we want the cooking process to be very nice and smooth. Okay, so I mix it as you see, nicely mixed, and we'll add it to our soup, as you can see me do right now. Okay, so our puree is going to go into our super stew. Meat started simmering nicely away. Look at that, very nice. And you have to be sure that this, you add a lot of salt. I mean, like, enough salt for it to be very well seasoned. Okay, otherwise your chicken will not taste nice. If you don't season it well at this stage, salt will not seep into this chicken, and your chicken will be bland. Even though your soup will taste nice, your chicken will be bland, and it will not. It's not a nice experience. Okay, so we've blended our vegetables, and you have to blend it very smoothly. It's so smooth. Look how smooth it is. Otherwise, you have to strain it again. Okay, I don't like straining, so I use this is my fine blender. Okay, a blender that hasn't got a pulse. This is really fine when it can blend like everything to the finest, whatever. So yeah, we're going to add our vegetables, and that is it. Usually, because the vegetables are already cooked, once you blend it, even like just without the vegetables, it's already soup. But that is not how we have our soup where I come from. It has to be a bit, even though it's light soup, it has to be a bit thick, kakra, not too light like you see. You see how smooth it was. So yeah, you add that to your soup, and it is done. Look at already now. You can see say the soup is buzzing. Just a koyi ankasa. It is nice. So I tasted it and needed some more salt, so a few more salt to season it. And that is it. Our soup is nice and ready. Huh? You let it jump over, hurufa sukakra, let it boil, simmer a little bit, and that is it. Okay, and your soup is, look at that. Yeah, so before we complete everything, I'm going to add a few chilies in it, Scotch bonnet, and some basil, my akukomesa, which like always features in my life soup, I tell you. Okay, so that is it, and our soup is ready. My my children, my kids love chicken soup. Oh my days! So we're serving it with. We're going to have it with our fufu, of course, and I'll bring you the recipe of how I make fufu for a family of 5. Okay, without pounding. The amazing fufu. So watch out for that video coming soon. But for now, yeah, our soup for Christmas, has to feature. So ebusian chemfa, yedi fufu, enamono, me kind. Some mom kakre bi. Otherwise, they will eat it too much. I have to count it. Everybody gets like two or three. Otherwise, me when I was growing up, they give me just one chicken, and then the legs, I'll go and deal with it myself, and the neck and the head sometimes with the munya. And now I'm no baby papa na more. Don't mind them. So this one is my own fufu that, and I intentionally put a little meat on it, so I don't want you guys to see the things I can do. So Mashadapa. So it looks like a simple baobua. Off camera, it wasn't simple at all. It was complicated. Okay, that is it. Thank you all for joining me today. I'm so grateful to you all. Please like this video, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you in the next one.